everybody, Steve again from Central Valley PC. I know it's been forever since I made a video. My apologies. It's been crazy. I got married, so I wanted to actually discuss something that's been an issue lately with a lot of customers that seem to have the same problem, and I think it's because all of them bought machines probably right around the same time. 7 to 10 years ago, somewhere along that line, but a lot of older computers, their hard drives are going on them. And so a lot of people look at the cheapest option. If you're on Amazon, you'll see those Seagate hard drives. I forget what base model it is. It's like 40 bucks, whatever, for a single terabyte hard drive. So, and it's usually larger than what your machine came with. So it's a logical decision to go ahead and just click on it and buy it. Here's my thing. Seagate, for me, is the company that seems to continue to create hard drives that detonate on you at random. And there was a big class action lawsuit against them years ago. And I know some people swear by Seagate. They say that it's only because of the numbers that the volume of hard drives that they produce is the reason why so many of them have had problems. And I think I could somewhat agree with it. I mean, if you made 1 million hard drives and your failure rate is say 3%, that's what 30,000 bad hard drives. However, they made much more than that, and I've seen a lot more than that. And I'll just give you an example here. I've got hard drives that came out of old machines right here. And the only hard drive and it's the first time I've seen one in years, break. Western Digital single terabyte blue. So the WD Blues, they're $44 I think on Amazon right now. 7200 speed, 7200 RPM hard drive, and just like all typical hard drives right now, there's a standardized speed. Your cache is usually around the same. Some of them are a little better. This is a 64 meg cache, and it's SATA, so it's the same hard drive that everybody sells right now. And this is what's in place now of the Western Digital greens. So if you buy a green, you're probably going to get a blue, which is strange because I've bought 2 greens recently, and they were labeled as greens, but I got a blue in the box. So whatever that is, that's for another discussion. But they're good hard drives. They're a base model hard drive. Fantastic replacement. If you are having issues with your hard drive, or if you want to get, say you're coming from a 500 gig Seagate hard drive, I would say even if it hasn't broken yet, it's gonna break. I hate to say it, it's gonna break. Go ahead, get on Amazon, pick up one of these. This was the first one that's failed. First one I've had that's failed. I usually swap people to these. This one I think had a hard life in the machine that it was in, which explains why it broke. And by that I mean viruses, and the machine needed a lot of cleanup. So, and I think there was only some small bits that were an issue on this, and customers decided to forego that and get a better hard drive. Now I've got 2 Seagates, and I've got more stacked up. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I got a couple of Hitachis, a Death Star over here. Look how many Seagates that have broken. I'm not kidding. I got a pile of Seagate broken hard drives from customers that I'm gonna destroy soon. Just sort of recycle them, but destroy them, because I don't want to risk anyone's data getting out there. If I get a hold of your machine and we need to swap out a hard drive, the data is going to go with it. I'm going to destroy it. I don't want you to toss it in the trash. Somebody plug it in and can do a recovery on it, and say you have financial paperwork or whatever going on it. So, or say you were doing your books, it was a business machine. You don't want that data out there. So this stack of Seagate hard drives are gonna go in the trash. I'm gonna punch holes through the disk in them, take them apart. Sometimes I use the magnets for things and whatnot. Have fun with it. But those are going to get destroyed. But that's my pile of Seagates, and I have more over there, which is crazy. That's a lot of Seagate hard drives. So I'm just telling you from experience that a lot of machines that I get that have a lot of these issues are Seagates. Rarely. This is the first one I've gotten in 2 years. A Western Digital Blue, and it's not just because they're a newer hard drive. The Blues have been out for a long time. The failure rate for the Blues, in my experience, has been lower. I saw a breakdown of the numbers on the failure rates, and supposedly the Blues break down just as much as the Seagates. It's just that the Seagates have been out for a long time. The specs on the Seagates are better than the Blues because a lot of these Seagates are high RPM. They come standard on the Dells. Like I'm running a Dell XPS 8900, and all of them came with the Seagate, and all of those Seagates failed. Every one of these Dells that I've encountered, the 87, 88, 8900 series, all of them have had Seagate hard drives, and all of those drives have failed. Just throwing it out there. I had a Seagate hard drive in a I can't disconnect it now, but an external hard drive that I use for photography, and both the hard drives simultaneously detonated on me, and I lost 5 years of photography. That's customers, birding, uh, sports, all the stuff that I shot. I lost all of it. Like an idiot, I didn't have it backed up in the cloud, which wasn't a big thing back then. This was 10 years ago. And that hard drive was only 3 or 4, or that set was only 3 years old, I think, at the time. And I heard that infamous click. And in order to get those repaired, you got to send them off to a lab. And that lab is like $1,200. I sorry, I'm not gonna blow $1,200 to recover it, but and there's no guarantee that they can fix it. I think the repair starts at 1,200, but then it can skyrocket from there. So I just didn't want to risk it. So just from my experience and whatnot, if your machine, you could pop open the side case, or if it's a laptop, just open that first panel up, peel back the sticker, and see if it shows you it's a Seagate. If it is, consider doing a smooth transition from Seagate to Western Digital, blue or black series. Buy a good hard drive because your hard drive, this is where all your data is stored. And if your data means something to you, don't let it blow up like all of these guys over here and me. I'm, and I'm the tech, and I fell victim to it. So I'm just telling you from experience. These Hitachis that I have here are really old, so I'm not going to talk trash about Hitachi hard drives. From my personal experience, this one was made in April of 2011, and it is a 7,200 RPM, and I believe it is, I can't even tell on here. 250 gig. Okay, so there's a little sticker. Excuse me. Hitachi's hard drives are strangely labeled. This is a May 2007 hard drive that just died. I did this one I think a month ago, and that computer finally started running like crap. They're running Windows 7 on it, and I still actually was able to take this and move it over to a terabyte blue. And because customer wanted to keep Windows 7 and whatnot, so I just mirror imaged that old hard drive onto a brand new hard drive. Thing ran like a champ. Upgraded the RAM, and the box is old. Uh, 2007 machine running Windows 7, 4 gigs of RAM, and with a brand new hard drive. Customer was happy. Everybody was good to go. This thing just died. So to talk trash about the Hitachi hard drive is stupid because it lasted 11 years before the customer ran into problems, and I was still able to pull all the data off of it and mirror it over. It just had some problems loading the OS. So right when you get into the boot menu, it just would error out. So she would put in a password, and it would just show some errors, and then give her the blue screen of death and run that cycle. So I did what I could, put the new hard drive in, reflash the BIOS. She was good to go. So that goes to show you this is a good hard drive. If your old Windows 7 machine or older has one of these Death Star Hitachis, it's a good hard drive. If it lasted you this long, 10 years is a crazy good life for a hard drive. So depending on use. So like I said, Hitachis, I don't know. They come standard on a lot of computers, but they're not a trash hard drive. So I can't blatantly tell you that if you have it in there, it's trash, because I do have a few of these, but they're very old. So that goes to show you it's a good hard drive. The blues have been fantastic for me, these Western Digital blues. They are a cheapy standard hard drive. The weight alone, I'll just give you an idea. This thing probably weighs two-thirds what the Death Star weighs. Death Star Hitachi, but I got to tell you, it's a good hard drive. The old Beastmaster here. But these Seagate terabytes, they're nice, slim, and they break. So use them at your own risk. If you get a good deal on a brand new one and you're okay with swapping your hard drives out every 3 years and keeping an eye on it, go with the Hitachi or go with the Seagate. If you're getting a good deal and you need a bulk of them for a NAS or something, I guess use them. I wouldn't. I'm sorry. I've lost too many images and I got too many unhappy customers. You know, although I can say thank you, Seagate, because you build a very a fantastic product that loves to detonate on customers. So it keeps me in business. But if you want to swap over, find somebody that will do that. If not, give me a call. I'll put the number down below or in the comments, and you can give me a call if you need help with that. But I definitely recommend just going with a Western Digital Blue or any of the Western Digital products or a higher end Seagate hard drive. The thing is there's models. Every brand, Hitachi, Panasonic, Western Digital, and Seagate make branded or various lines. So the blues are their base entry, which now have become the greens. And they're a slow spinning. They have them at 7,200 RPM, and then they have a 5,400 RPM. So they don't spin as fast, but they should be super reliable. So if you're looking for like a hard drive that's going to be heavily used, something that like an editing or photography build, something like that, you're probably not going to want to go with a slower hard drive. You're going to want a better hard drive. But if you just need one in a pinch, your hard drive's starting to fail, you got $44 to blow and need free shipping, do it. My only concern is this: if you are ordering from Amazon, beware. I've had Amazon break multiple hard drives, and it's not Amazon; it's the delivery company. In this case, they do same day, and they're coming out of Fresno for me, wherever your local distribution center is. The company, I think it's Dynamex, but they hand it to some kid who's delivering out of the back of his Honda Accord, and he doesn't know what's in the box. So no matter that it has a fragile sticker on it, I got it on my Ring video doorbell. Them just tossing the fucking box and breaking my hard drive. My customer's hard, not even mine. My customer's hard drive. So, buyer beware. If you are ordering these and it comes broken, don't blame Western Digital. It's probably not a Western Digital problem. It's a delivery method. If you have a Ring video doorbell or your neighbor does and your hard drive comes in bad, watch the video. Because you can Google it. Look in YouTube right now and type in delivery, bad delivery men or bad USPS guys. And I don't even think it's USPS. I really think it's the third party vendors, Dynamex, Ontrac, especially Ontrac, because they don't know what's in the box. It could be very well packed crayons, or it could be a very delicate hard drive that can't stand being thrown against a cement wall. So they don't know. They're just chucking it because they got a million packages to deliver by 8 p.m. and you've requested same day. So if you get a package delivered by Ontrac or any one of the third-party vendors that Amazon chooses to give your product to, and drop it off at your house, if it's got to be same day or next day delivery and you live remotely, like I live in a little town in the outskirts of Visalia, so they have big distribution there, so UPS will bring it. But you get further out towards the mountains, it's going to be someone else like Dynamex or Ontrac. And so for me, Ontrac or Dynamex are the two that usually drop off things. And if I'm ordering hard drives or anything like that, I try to get UPS directly to deliver it, because they will gently take your hard drive and stick it in front of your door. The other guys will use it like a baseball, fucking launch it at your door, and you got a bad hard drive. So that's just the way it is. So if you don't want your shit broken, buy that hard drive if you want locally. And this sounds crazy, they will price match at Best Buy for an item sold by Amazon. So Amazon does promote that product as a Prime sold by Amazon product, and they will price match it. So 44, whatever, and it's only a couple dollars off from what Best Buy has it, and I could pick it up, no damage to it. And ever since I started doing that, I've had no issues. I've had no issues with the hard drive. I've picked up Western Digital Blues. I've picked up a black. And I actually have picked up, what was that other brand? I totally forget, it's slipped my mind, but I picked up another brand for a customer because they didn't have the Western Digital blue, green, cheapy hard drive, so I grabbed the next one up. They have a whole cage of them in stock at Best Buy, and the good thing is you control, at least from the point of purchase to getting it home and putting it in either your or your customer's box. So, that sounds dirty, but you know what I mean. But to keep yourself from having problems with the hard drive itself, to minimize the amount of shakes and G-forces that these things experience, it is best to pick it up local. I don't care what anybody says. I've had too many things broken over the years for anyone to tell me that it's better to buy it online when I'm in a pinch or my customer needs something ASAP. Some of my customers are business. Most of my customers own a business. So when they need something done, they need it done ASAP because they have to service their customer. Since they're my customer, I would rather drive 15, 20 minutes, go pick up whatever I need. They'll pay the difference. It's all built into the pricing. That's a little bit of time out of my day, but it still essentially lets me service them quicker because then I'm not ordering it and waiting a day for it. I can actually do a same day service, pick up the hard drive, drop it in the box, or put it on my hot swap device, putting both of them on there, the old hard drive that's failing, and hopefully I can get everything out of it and drain that of all its data and pump it into the new hard drive. But controlling the time that hard drive spends moving from warehouse to your front door, it's better to just buy it local if you can. If you can't stomach the idea of walking into Best Buy anymore because you've moved on from retail purchases and all that, I totally get it. A lot of people, they're done with it. They hate standing in line. They hate dealing with other people. I totally understand. But when it comes to my clients, I want to make sure that they get a good product. They may pay a little bit more because of that. But I don't think they do. Honestly, I was looking at pricing for a lot of it. I think they're paying exactly the same thing. I'm just taking more time to ensure that they end up with a good hard drive. Now, can I guarantee that everything else is going to go smoothly? No, I can't. Just like you can't guarantee any of that. But I can guarantee you that if I was to pick this up locally, sealed in a brand new box from Western Digital, the likelihood of me having issues out of the box, to having a bad hard drive, is super low. But I've had 3 Western Digital Blues broken because I watched them chuck it at the front door. Plain and simple. So that same hard drive that I saw hit the door or just get dropped in front, that hard drive had a problem. So the Seagates break eventually. The Hitachis last you forever. I don't know how good they are performance-wise, but they seem to work forever. 10, 11 years, that's... I got another one that's a 80 gig hard drive that was in an old Dell box that I think runs Windows NT. It's like an 80 gig hard drive. Must say something good about it. So, anyways, the point of this video was to help anybody looking for advice on what hard drives to buy, where to buy it, and how to keep them from arriving broken. And if you have any questions, concerns, or you see something on Amazon that looks like a really good deal, but you're afraid to click buy now because it just it might be too good to be true, probably is. So I'll save you the hassle there. If it's a $20 brand new hard drive, it's probably a piece of shit. Don't do it. Don't be a fool. But if you see the Western Digital Blue and it's $44, buy it. It's a good hard drive. Just don't expedite the shipping if you don't need to. If you expedite the shipping for same day because you need it now, there's a 50-50 chance that the guy delivering it doesn't know what's in the box and he's gonna fucking launch it at your door. You're gonna get it on time and that shit ain't gonna work. Save yourself the hassle. Get yourself a local hard drive. So get the same hard drive, go over to Best Buy, whatever electronic stuff. You got Fry's or one of those other guys, whatever it is, local computer shop. You might pay a couple dollars more, but it's not going to be broken, man. That's just been my experience. Every time I go to pick it up local, Pop it in the cradle, it works just fine. Boots right up. I can initialize the hard drive, and I don't have any problems with it. So that's just my 2 cents. That's been my experience. And again, if you have any questions, post it down in the comments below. If you need me to make a video about something that you have a question on and nobody's talked about, whether it's hard drive, cheapy baby Chinese screwdrivers that you get from Amazon when you pick up these little products that they send you for free. For some reason, I just realized within this shot is this window cleaner that you get from Dollar General. It works great. Somebody asked me about this when they walked into the room slash lab area, because I've got my soldering machine and all my tools and all this stuff that I do repairs with at the station. And they laughed when they saw this, and they were just like, "Oh man, you got all this nice equipment, but you use this crap." It works. It's cheapy Windex. Don't get me wrong, Windex smells better. This kind of smells pissy, but it cleans and it disinfects because it has ammonia, and ammonia is what cleans things. Now, would I spray this on electronics? No, I still like alcohol rub. There's straight alcohol because it evaporates. This evaporates too. I feel safe with this around electronics. But the cheapy stuff, it works fine. Would I drink it? No, because I'm not going to drink any of it. So, just, it's $1. It's not like a life-changing event. Some people are brand whores, and they are just stuck on things. When it comes to keeping the workstation clean, and I'll be honest, right now, it is a wreck. And I don't know why, but it is. And I'm going to clean it with this. Make sure everything is good to go. But if you wonder what desk and electronics cleaner that I like to use, as long as it's a Windex type of product, I'm cool with it. If Windex is on sale, I'll grab it, but Windex ain't cheap, and you know what I mean. I'm broke. I don't got a lot of money, so this will work, and it's $1, and it's a big bottle for $1. So check it out, Dollar General. Dollar General products pretty good. Not great, pretty good for $1. Not bad. So, anyways, like I said, questions, concerns, hard drives. If you got a different opinion on these Hitachis, let me know if you've had different experience over the years. And don't tell me that last year you just started working on computers. No, if you guys that have been doing it for a long time and you've had experience with these Hitachis, are they pieces of crap? Because I don't know. I never get them. When I do, they're really old. So, if you think something different, and if you think Seagates are the best and that Western Digital's a piece of shit, let me know. I want to get into that debate with you. Show me a chart. I don't even care about that. I know what I got sitting in front of me, and I know what my customers are showing me. When I get that phone call of them crying, pissing their pants that they can't get something done because their hard drive broke, chances are it's Seagate every time. So, talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching, and I hope to make another video very soon.